Identifying your target audience. Identifying your target audience is critical to your success with Instagram ads. If you get this wrong, then your whole ad campaign can end up being a waste of money and time. Fortunately, Instagram has a lot of good tools to help you to identify your target audience. A lot of people think that Instagram is just for teenagers who like to take selfies. There is certainly an element of that going on, but there's a lot more besides. While it is true that Instagram appeals to a younger demographic, older people do use it as well. Here's the demographic breakdown. 18 to 29-year-olds make up around 55% of the user base. 30 to 49-year-olds make up around 28% of the user base. 50 to 64-year-olds make up around 11% of the user base. And adults over 65 make up around 4% of the user base. Another interesting thing is where Instagram users live. These are the latest location demographics. 32% of Instagram users live in urban areas. 28% of Instagram users live in the suburbs. 18% of Instagram users live in the country. There are more female Instagram users than male users, but this gap is a lot less now than it used to be. It is predicted that a lot more adults in their 30s will be using Instagram in the near future, just as this happened with Facebook. You should at least have some idea about who your target market is. If you are not 100% sure, then this is okay, as you can learn more about your audience as you progress with Instagram ads. But you don't want to be wildly wrong about your target audience, otherwise you can end up spending a fortune on ads and not achieve anything. Your core marketing persona. The best way to start to identify your target audience is with your core marketing persona. Other nuances can come later once you start to dig around into Instagram Insights and your Instagram Analytics after running some ads. So, we recommend that you start with a simple persona. For example, female, age 18 to 30, lives in the USA. Once you have established this base persona, you can use the tools available with Instagram and third-party tools as well to go deeper. There have been a number of significant improvements to the options available for ad targeting with Instagram. There are also some external tools such as Falcon that will help you to learn more about your audience. One of the best ways to find out more about your audience is to look at your engagement on your old posts to see which content they responded the best to. This will really help you to avoid creating Instagram ads that will not provide your audience with what they are looking for. With Instagram, it is possible to create a custom audience based on the people that have interacted with your posted content on the platform already. If you have a list of business contacts, you can also upload this to help create your custom audience. Set up your target audience. One of the great things about using Instagram ads is that you will use Facebook's existing and comprehensive knowledge of demographics to present your ads to the right people. So, for example, using your base persona if you want to target females between 18 and 30 that live in New York and are interested in healthy eating, then you can easily do that. Here are the most important audience targeting options that you have with Instagram ads. Location targeting. You can choose to target a specific country, region, state, city, and even zip code. You can include or exclude specific places as well if you want to do that. Age targeting. You can choose age ranges from 13 years old to over 65 years old. Gender targeting. You can choose to target males, females, or both. Language targeting. It is recommended that you leave this blank unless the language you are targeting is not common to your targeted location. Demographic targeting. You can get into a lot of detail here. There are a lot of subcategories to choose from, and some of these have subcategories. As an example, you can select the home category, then the home ownership subcategory, and then choose renters. There are demographic choices around education, finances, life events, parents, politics, relationships, and more. Interests targeting. Again, you will find a number of categories and subcategories here. As an example, you can find people that have an interest in aviation or fine wines or science fiction movies here. There are so many possibilities. Behavior targeting. This is another targeting area with a lot of choices. For example, you may be interested in a specific job role, purchasing behavior, anniversaries, and a ton more. Connections targeting. You can use this to target people that have connected with your app, event, or page. Lookalike audience. You also have the option to create a lookalike audience. Let's say, for example, that you created a custom audience, but you have tapped them all out. Well, you can ask Instagram to find a lookalike audience comprising of people that have similar traits to your custom audience. Your audience guide. After you have made your choices to configure your target audience, you will be shown a guide that explains how specific or broad your audience is. You will be told how broad your audience is, the potential reach in numbers, and your estimated daily results based on factors such as your budget, previous campaign data, and market data. You really need to pay close attention to the information you see here. It is important that the size of your audience is not too large, which usually means that you haven't targeted it enough, but also not too specific since the audience members may be so small that it would not be worth running an ad campaign. When you are satisfied with your target audience, be sure to save it so that you can refer to it again and maybe use it for future Instagram ad campaigns. We recommend that you create a few different audiences so that you can test which works the best. This is possible by creating multiple ad sets, which you will see at the top of the Instagram Ads Manager. Content and budget. If you get your message right in the content that you use for your Instagram ads, then you will experience a lot more success. You need to ensure that your message is on point and really resonates with your target audience. What kind of voice will you use in your content? Do you want a formal voice or a casual one? Think about the tone you are going to use as well. Here you have the option of being in your face and provocative or friendly and warm. You will get the best results from your Instagram ads if you are consistent. Around 60% of the top brands that use Instagram ads use the same filter for their content. They consistently put out the same message, which helps to reinforce their brand in the minds of their target audience. Your message will really resonate if you know what your target audience really wants. This will help you to decide what kind of angle you should go for with your Instagram ads. Do you want to inspire your audience? If you are targeting millennials, then you could promote a cause that you support as this is popular with them. The best content creates a connection with people. You can use Instagram Analytics to tell you which content your target audience has responded the best to in the past. Once you know this, you can make sure that you use this in your ads. You need to accept that you will probably not get it right first time with the content that you use for your Instagram ads. Be prepared to analyze previous campaigns and what your competitors are doing to optimize your content. Instagram hashtags. You can create a special hashtag for your Instagram ads campaign. The reason for coming up with your own unique hashtag is because it will make the discovery of your content easier for your target audience. You can build communities around hashtags, and also with a hashtag you can set trends and generate a real buzz. It really isn't difficult to create your own hashtags, but the real trick is to create one that will drive engagement with your target audience. Short hashtags are the best because they are easier to remember as well as it being easier to type in. You also need to make it as clear as possible what your hashtag means. Always test your hashtag ideas for uniqueness, as you don't want to use one that someone else has used. When people interact with your hashtags, respond swiftly to build on the awareness and buzz. Decide on a budget for your Instagram ads. You have two options when it comes to setting a budget for your Instagram ads. 1, a daily budget. 2, a lifetime budget. When you set a daily budget, you will be able to set a cap on the amount that you spend on your Instagram ads every day. With a lifetime budget, you can set the maximum spend amount for the lifetime of your ad campaign. It is essential that you set a budget to control your expenditure. When you are making a budget decision, consider the schedule for your ad campaign. What time of day do you want to run your ads, and what day do you want to launch your campaign? Optimizing your ad delivery will have an impact on your budget. For example, you can choose link clicks in your ads, which will force the Instagram algorithm to calculate how to get you the most clicks for the lowest possible price. As an alternative, you can go for a number of impressions. This means that Instagram will show your ad as many times as your budget will allow. Also, you could choose to go for a daily unique reach where your ads are displayed to as many unique Instagram users for the money you are prepared to spend. When you are starting out with Instagram ads, we recommend that you manually set your bids rather than choosing the automatic option. By choosing the manual option, you are able to decide on the maximum price that you are prepared to pay for link clicks. With the automatic option, the Instagram algorithm will make this decision for you. But one of the advantages of setting this manually, you will have the option to make higher bids than your competitors to try and outdo them. Automatic bidding is a good option if you have a large target audience and you do not have a lot of competitors. For smaller audiences at high competition, then we recommend the manual option for bids. This will stop you bidding too high as well. When you are considering bids, think about the conversion value for your business. Only you know this, and you cannot rely on Instagram for this because they don't know. Be aware that not all audiences offer the same value. If this is the case, then you need to adjust your bids based on the audience you are targeting. The final decision to make that will affect your budget is when you want your ads to be displayed throughout the day. There is a standard option here, or you can choose the more expensive accelerated option, which will make the pace of delivery faster. Creating Instagram ad campaigns. You have a number of different options when it comes to advertising on Instagram. Depending on the route that you choose, there will be specific tools and options available to you. There are two different ways that you can create an ad on Instagram. 1. Instagram. 2. Facebook Ads Manager. Using Facebook Ads Manager. So why should you use the Facebook Ads Manager? Well, you can use it to create ads that will appear on both Facebook and Instagram. You can also create customized audiences and use other features as well as monitor how well your ads are performing. If you don't have a Facebook account, then go and create one and also create a Facebook page. If you already have a Facebook account and page, then ignore this. You will need to add some details about your business and ensure that you complete all of the required fields. If you haven't done this already, then you should link your Instagram account to your Facebook account. Just go to the Business Manager in Facebook, select Business Settings, and you will see a menu on the left-hand side where you can select Instagram accounts. A new page will appear where you can add your Instagram account. Create a campaign. Now you can go to the Ads Manager and then start a new campaign by clicking the Create button. A new page appears, and you can choose from either guided creation or quick creation. If you are new to setting up ad campaigns on Facebook, then we recommend that you choose guided creation. With this, you will be guided through all the steps that you need to perform to set up a campaign. If you are experienced with setting up Facebook ads, then it will be better if you use the quick creation option. You will have more control over your ad campaign by choosing this option. For this guide, we will use guided creation. The first thing you need to do is choose your ad campaign objective. For your Instagram ads, you can choose from the following: brand awareness, reach, traffic, app installs, engagement, video views, lead generation, messages, conversions, catalog sales, store visits. Choose the objective that fits with your ad campaign goal. After selecting your objective, you will be asked to give your ad campaign a name. Create a name that makes sense so that you will easily remember it because you will probably set up many campaigns. Now it is time to identify your audience. We discussed this in detail in a previous video. Choose the right options for your target audience and then check how broad or specific your audience is. Once you are happy with your target audience, you can move on to the next step: ad placements. Now it is time to select your ad placements. You have the choice here of where you want your ad to appear on Facebook and Instagram. Here you have the choice of automatic placements or edit placements. With automatic placements, your ads are displayed wherever they are likely to perform in the best way. We recommend that you run your ads on both Facebook and Instagram. The edit placements option enables you to make the choice of where your ad appears. For example, if you only wanted your ads to appear in Instagram stories or just in Instagram feeds, then you can make decisions like this using edit placements. When you are creating Instagram ads, you can only select mobile devices. Your next step is to set your budget and your ad schedule. We discussed budget considerations in the last video, so you should have a firm idea of how much you want to spend and how long you want your campaign to run. Please be aware that ads shown on Sundays are more expensive than other days of the week. After you have set your budget options, you will now be setting up your ad. The first step is to select the Facebook page to link your ad to. Then you have to decide which of the 5 formats for your ads. Next, you need to select the videos or images you want to use in your ad. Then you need to create some copy for your ad. When you do this, you want to grab the attention of users and persuade them to check out your ad. Take your time with this, as it is very important. The next steps are to choose a payment option, review your ad, and then confirm it when you are happy with everything. Facebook has a guide to the ad formats available on Instagram where you will find the specifications and the elements of design you need to take into consideration. You can find the page here. Finally, choose the most appropriate call to action button for your ad and your desired website link where users will be diverted to when they click on the button. There are advanced options here where you can set up a Facebook pixel for tracking or an app event. These are very important as they will show you how users interact after clicking your ad. Using Instagram. To use the Instagram app to create an ad campaign, you need to have already promoted a post that you have made on the platform. Just find a post that has performed well and receiving a good level of engagement and then promote it to reach more Instagram users. If your Instagram account is not set up for business, then you will need to change this first. To promote your post, just follow these steps. Go to the post that you want to promote. Select a goal for your promotion. Do you want to drive traffic to your website or increase the number of Instagram users that see the post? Choose an appropriate call to action button for your post. Set up your audience to receive the post by selecting the right demographics. Alternatively, you can ask Instagram to choose a default audience for you. Enter your budget and duration of the ad. Create promotion. Using the Facebook Ads Manager, you can track the results of your promotion and all other Instagram ads. Tips for creating successful Instagram ads. Now that you know how to set up ads on Instagram, we want to share some tips with you so that your ads have the maximum chance of success. There are a number of things that you need to take into consideration when creating Instagram ads. You need to know your audience. The more that you know your audience, the more likely it is that your ads will be successful. You should plan your ad even before you decide on the content and the copy that you will write. Make it your business to find out everything that you can about your audience so that you can create a message that really resonates well with them. Your aim is to create an ad that grabs their attention and creates engagement. So you need to ask yourself, what does my audience need? What does my audience want? What problems does my audience have? What are the goals and desires of my audience? When you can answer these questions, you can create ads that answer them. This will be really appreciated, and you will get a lot of ad views and a high level of engagement. So do your homework here. What text should you use? You already know that Instagram is a visual medium and that you can only use a small amount of text in your Instagram ads. With the caption, there is a character limit of 2,200, and we do not recommend that you use all of this limit. Tell users what you want to do by including a persuasive call to action. Remember that it is all about what's in it for them. If they see a real benefit in taking the action, then they will click on your ad. Hashtags. We have already discussed the benefits of using hashtags in a previous video. A lot of Instagram advertisers treat hashtags as an afterthought, and we recommend that you think carefully about them because they can be very powerful. Statistics show that adding a hashtag to an ad provides an engagement boost of over 12% on average. For each post that you make, you can add up to 30 hashtags. It is all about quality and not quantity here, so only choose hashtags that are relevant to your niche. Drive engagement. There are two types of engagement with social media platforms. 1. Reactive engagement. This is where you respond to direct messages, mentions, and comments. 2. Proactive engagement. You make the first move here to engage with others. This is the best way to create a buzz about your ad and your business. You need to do both of these things. When users respond to your ad with comments, for example, then you need to respond quickly. Users will be keen to see that there is a real human being behind the business. Consistency. Keep all of your advertising messages consistent. Make sure that the tone of the message is consistent as well as the visuals that you use. If your ads are all very different, then you will not build the same level of trust. Keeping it fresh. If one of your Instagram ads is particularly successful, then it is tempting to stick with this. But we recommend that you mix it up a bit because ads lose their flavor after a while. Every week or fortnight, switch the ads that you are displaying. This will help to prevent your audience from tuning out. When you use different ads, you can test which are the best performers. You can easily change an ad by using a different caption, for example. In fact, we strongly encourage you to use different ad copy and visuals with a campaign. Take a look at the call to action buttons and see which ones perform the best. For example, does Shop Now perform better than Learn More? How do different captions perform? What about different hashtags? Be prepared to test everything and tweak as necessary.